I'll tell you tips and advice that every upcoming rapper should know if they want to blow up. If you follow those tips, I guarantee you that you'll get that closer at making it in the music industry.
I'm Mo the GOAT, an aspiring artist on the come up just like you. My channel is all about entertaining, inspiring, and motivating you by documenting my journey as an artist.
Okay, motherfucker.
Make sure to subscribe to be part of the journey.
The main advice I'd give to artists is to stop promoting songs that aren't even worth promoting and focus on what actually matters. A lot of artists tend to make one song or one album and they tend to want to promote that even though they haven't perfected their craft yet. The majority of the songs they tend to make sounds really generic, really basic. You have to keep in mind, as a listener, we can tell if something sounds a bit beginner. We can feel when there's like some sort of lack of confidence when someone rap or sing. So the problem arrives when people try to promote those songs that aren't really, sounding good, that aren't properly perfected. Even if you have the backing of a record label that put ads behind your song, that put all type of promotion, that share your song on the top playlist, if the songs isn't making people gravitate around it, it's not gonna do anything meaningful. What you should do instead is focus on perfecting your craft, on perfecting your songwriting, on perfecting your song structure, and you'll get the experience over time. You'll notice that the songs you're going to make 6 months from now are going to be 100 times better than the songs you make today.
Everything that the label has behind it to push.
Because everybody has this fantasy in their head that you make a great song and you put it on SoundCloud and then all of a sudden it becomes massive. And it does happen from time to time, but I mean, being a little bit closer to the inside, like for you, even seeing them work one song,
yeah,
you're kind of like, oh shit, this is like not a fair advantage. Like,
yeah,
this is like, but at the same time, if they're pushing a song that's not good or that's not going to do anything, it's not going to do anything.
It's just a waste of money. It's just fucking you up.
It's just, it might help get you a little famous, but ultimately, if the song's not catching on, it's not catching on.
Something important to know is to be cost effective. A lot of people think that in order to make a hit song, you have to be in a professional studio with a professional mix engineer, when in reality, you can literally make a song that could be heard from millions of people, all from your bedroom. And this is more realistic than you may think. Let's take the song Red Ops by 21 Savage, for example.
Like 21 Savage, like he recorded most of that in his basement. That whole Savage Mode was recorded in his basement.
If you listen to Red Ops, you'll literally hear the beeping sound of his smoke detector in his house in the final song.
Yeah. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Bro, he literally recorded the song in his fucking basement, bruh. I'm talking about a song that got over 125 million views on YouTube. And that just highlights the fact that you just need basic necessity. A decent laptop, a decent headphone, and a decent microphone. And you could literally make a hit. If you aren't a professional and you're just coming up, having a home studio outweighs by far going to a real professional studio. Only because it gives you an opportunity to create as many songs as you want, whenever you want, thus making you a lot better than if you rely on studio sessions. But you also save up so much money by not having to pay those hourly fee in a real studio.
That's the other shit that trips me out, is that if you play basketball, if you want to be in the NBA, you have a hoop at your house.
Yeah.
So that you can practice. You have the gym, quote unquote, at your house. You have it set up where you can work out at the house. So my thing that trips me out is artists who don't have a home studio setup. Yeah. That's step one.
Step one,
because it's like, how do you expect to get better if every time you want to practice your craft, you got to call a studio, you got to spend money? That's not, what are you, like, what are you doing? How do you not have your gym in your house? How do you not have your basketball goal? You can't get better. You're going to get fucking lapped by the people who have the gym in their house. I got to a point skill-wise that I was good enough to blow up because I was spending so much time in the studio, and I was able to spend so much time in the studio because the studio was in the house.
Same thing with music videos. It's not because you release a song that you have to release a music video. Music videos are so expensive. It might cost you at minimum $200 to $500 for a music video, and $200 I'm talking about like a really basic video. Your favorite artists, rappers, they don't always release music videos for every single song they release. The song Grease by Drake, for example, he didn't make a music video, but he made a visualizer. At the end of the day, a music video is not going to be the reason why your song blow up. You'll notice that the majority of time when a successful artist releases a music video, usually the video comes out months after the audio has been able to create some sort of numbers. A song like Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, the real official audio has been released 2 years ago, but the official music video only came out months after the song already blew up on TikTok and made millions of streams. Keep in mind that if people aren't even listening to your song, making a music video and paying for it is really not worth it. The only real valuable reason I would say that is cool to make a music video for a song that isn't necessarily making any numbers is if you can do it yourself, or if you know somebody who's gonna do it for free only because he believes in your vision and that you can build with them, and you know what I'm saying, you just grow together. That to me, it makes sense. But straight up dropping $500 for music videos is gonna make 1,000 views, bro, is really not a smart move, to me at least. Something I noticed about the most popular rappers is their branding and image. Branding and image is important, but it's not everything. It's without a doubt that if you actually want to make it big in the music industry, the way you look and how you dress matters a lot. I remember becoming fans of certain artists because of how fresh and dope they look, which then made me fall in love with their song only because they had great songs to back up their branding. And one thing I struggled with on my journey to becoming a successful artist in the music industry is that I felt that from a branding perspective, I didn't have this sort of image that made me stand out in a way. I don't think that people look at me and think that I make music or that I aspire to become successful in that industry one day. I don't know, somehow I felt like that kind of like held me back in a way, because I started feeling like I wasn't fitting in, or I'm not supposed to be doing that sort of career choice only because of how I look or where I come from. And that genuinely like affected me for some time on deciding whether I should even post my music or not. But one thing that really helped me beat this fear is the idea that branding matters a lot and can turn you into a really successful artist only if you have the music to back it up. I can't even tell you the amount of small upcoming rappers that genuinely make horrible songs, like terrible. They really don't got it from a music perspective, but on the branding side of things, they just nail it. They got it. They understand it. They got those professional pics. They got the pink dreadlocks, multicolored dreadlocks. They just got it all, bro. They got the designer clothes, the jewelry. They got everything, okay? You go on their page, you're like, wow, those aren't on some model shit. You look at them and like, man, I want to make pictures like this. But when you go listen to their songs, it's fucking trash, bruh. Like, man, come on, bruh. Seriously, like, some kid on FL Studio Cracked could make a better banger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. The reality is you could really blow up if you have the music, but you don't have the branding. But it doesn't really work the other way around. If you have the branding on lock, but the music sucks, it's not gonna matter. At the end of the day, the consumer listens to the music. Like, when they're in their cars, they're playing the music. When they're on their way to school or work, they listen to the music. They don't fuck with you because of how you look. They really fuck with you with how your song makes. It's crucial for you to get a home studio if you want to make real progress with your music. So let me know, do you currently own a home studio, or do you go to a real professional studio, or maybe a friend's house? Definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk with you and maybe suggest some equipment for your home studio. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. If you want to be part of the journey, definitely subscribe and let me know which song should I drop if you haven't already. I just finished making 30 songs in 30 days. Check it out, it's right here. Peace.